to you. That's a very personal decision here. And then bring it forward into the ground. Let your arms rest on the sides of your body. Usually feels really nice to let the palms face up. And then just simply taking a moment to just simply arrive here on your mat. Begin to start following your natural breathing pattern here. Just really bring your attention, your awareness to your breath. And close your eyes or find a soft gaze here and let your shoulders really sink heavily into the ground. Notice maybe how your belly moves up and down, maybe in between your thighs. Let your belly roll out. Relax your belly. And taking a moment to check in with yourself and how you feel today, and notice what the mood of your body is today. Notice what the state of mind is, and really truly what you need in your practice today. A little softer, a little more challenging. Are you ready to take it to a whole next level? Do you feel like you need to back off a little bit today and take it slow? Anyways, this is nothing crazy here. This is a 65-minute or 60-minute stroll, and really just trying to touch as many places in your body as you possibly can. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And a full exhale out of your mouth, side out. Unwind from a long day of work. Here in that moment, really already doing the yoga, which is, the breath work. Simply allow yourself to follow your breath, really hitting the bottom of your lungs. Then we slowly begin to integrate movements, aligning and letting the body and the breath flow together. Reach your arms out in front of you, so wide. Plant your palms, stretch your fingers wide. Beautiful, sweet little stretch here in your rib cages. Keep your head on the ground for a moment. Feel the stretch, feel the awakening in your upper body, your ribs, your shoulders, your arms, your fingers, your hands. And press your tailbone down at the same time. Breathe in. Breathe out. And from here, bring your hands and your knees into the ground like you're about to crawl forward. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees off the ground. Downward facing dog as you lift your hips up towards the sky. Your first down dog, or maybe not your first, maybe you already came into down dog. But at least for this class, pedal your feet from side to side. Sweet bend in your knees. Let your head dangle free and just rest, relax. And begin to relax your face. Relax your jaw. And keep following your breath. Always really having your breath as your focus point, the anchor you keep coming back to, right? How does your body feel at this very beginning of the class? So from here, it's only down the hill, right? Because you made it committed to the class, you showed up on your mat, you're ready to go, so you can only get better, exploring, being adventurous, respecting your body's boundaries, calming your mind, focusing your mind on your movement and on your breath throughout the whole practice. Now, see if you can rotate your upper arms outwards to come out of your shoulders. Spread your fingers so wide. Maybe your heels are touching the ground, maybe not. That's very personal, right? And I want you to make this practice really personal, because what I'm doing is I share with you my practice, and I want you to make it so much more personal. Tuck your navel in. You can even close your eyes for a moment. And then in your next inhale, shift forward as you were about to come into plank and bring your right knee into the ground. Bring your left foot behind your right and your foot in the sole of your foot into the ground. Come onto your right hand and lift your left arm up towards the sky. Look up towards the sky if that feels good in your neck. Or maybe you look down towards the mat. Breathe into your left side, left hip, left shoulder. Pressing firmly into your right hand, spreading your fingers so wide. And then you can really bend back here a little bit. You're really being gentle and allowing yourself to ease into this practice. But you see how far you want to fall back or bend back here. Planting your left foot so firmly to the ground, you can feel your back left pinky rooting into the ground. And then with your next inhale, draw your left arm forward and above your head towards the front of the mat. Reach forward and feel that beautiful opening in your left hip. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, pressing firmly into your right leg and right hand to come out of your right side and lift a little further. And then with your next big inhale, bring your left arm back towards the sky. Open up for a moment. Exhale, left hand back into the ground, back to center. Equal your hips down, left and right. And then spread your left leg out towards the left. Stretch it out towards the left. So it looks something like that. With your hands into the ground. And then slowly begin to sit back onto your right heel with your arms forward. So this is a one-legged child's pose with your arms reaching forward. Let your right nipple touch your right thigh maybe, and see how far you want to come, right? And if you're somewhere up here, that's what you need and that's what's good for you right now, then really respecting those boundaries, right? Maybe even on your forearms. Feel that nice opening on the left inner side of your leg. Some of you might be even able to bring your head into the ground. And breathing here really, really, really deep. And with every exhale, maybe you notice how your body allows you to go a little further, to soften a little more, to give in a little more. With your next big inhale, crawl yourself back on your hands up to sitting. And then come off your right heel. Bring your left foot into the ground, but still stretching it out towards the left. Stand up onto your right knee. Maybe, double your mat or bring a blanket underneath your right knee if you need to. Inhale your arms up towards the sky, reaching up, maybe a little tiny baby back bend. Exhale, left hand onto your left leg, and then draw your right arm up above your head towards the left. Breathe. Find that opening here in your the right side of your chest. Trying to not collapse in your chest. Open up your heart. Open up your throat. And maybe you can even look up towards the sky, towards your right hand. Usually the gaze goes, The eyes go where the energy flows, right? But sometimes it's just not the best feeling in the neck. So really taking care of yourself, not putting too much pressure on your left hand. Reach up towards the sky. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands back into the ground here. Bring your left leg behind you and lift your left leg off the ground on your right knee, on your hands. Now reach your right arm forward. So diagonal, lifting your right arm and your left leg. And breathe and feel the strength in your lower back. It's such a beautiful exercise, and to practice to stay calm, to practice to focus on your breath, and to strengthen your back as a nice benefit. See if you can lift your left hip a little higher and bring it to the same height as your right. Lock up your core and then flirt with the height of your arm and of your leg. Breathe and press firmly into your left hand. One big inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, both hands into the ground. Bring your right leg and foot behind you, switching the side, left hand into the ground. On your left knee, reach your right arm up towards the sky. So in an ideal world, your shoulders would be stacked or something close to stacked here, right? And the more you bring your left hand, your left foot and knee and right foot into alignment, the more challenged you will be in your balance. So you just see where you want to go today. You can make it really challenging or you can take it really easy today. Breathe. Play that little game. Where's my mind going? Where's my mind drifting? How long does it take me to notice that my mind is drifting away from my breath, away from the movement, and into thoughts, fantasies, and dreams? And if you notice, then bring your attention back to your body and your breath. If you want to lean back a little bit here, as you still breathe so deep. One big inhale, reach your right arm up and above your head, forward. Opening even further, beautiful, nice stretch here. On the right side of your body, right hip. Breathe and feel your back pinky rooting into the ground. Now feel your the top of your left foot, firmly pressing into the ground. Breathe. Your next big inhale, bring your right arm back towards the sky. Open up wide. Exhale, right hand back into the ground. Come back to center. Stretch your right leg out towards the right. Somewhat parallel towards the left hip. And then see where you want to go here. And maybe sink and sit down onto your left heel. Right? And then explore. You want to bring your forearms into the ground. You want to come all the way onto the ground. You want to stay up somewhere, maybe using your props, your block. Reach your arms forward. Such a unique place to touch the inner upper thighs, right? See if you can really plant your right foot into the ground, bringing that little nice stretch into your right foot and even your toes. Also such a unique and rare place to touch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax your belly. Breathe in. Let your ribs expand. Breathe out any toxicity. With your next inhale, come back onto your hands. Lift your buttocks up. And then bring your right leg behind you. Lift it up with both hands on the ground. And with your next big inhale, reach your left arm forward and up. And breathe. Look towards your mat. And bringing your whole spine into one alignment, into one nice curve. And see if you can relax your jaw. Upper and lower teeth aren't touching. Your face is so soft and so relaxed. You didn't even tell you're in that position here. What a nice, sweet pose to awaken the body. Breathe. Pressing into your left leg and right hand. And then inhale, lift your limbs, arch your spine. Exhale, both hand and knee into the ground. From here, bring your legs behind you, tuck your toes, come into plank position. Upper push-up position. Your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. Lock up your abdomen. Press your heels back, activate your thighs. And then look down towards your mat. No wrinkles in your neck. Breathe. You can always adjust. You can always come out into child's pose. You can always take a break in down dog. You can bring your knees into the ground right now. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows, touch your chin into the ground. Exhale, push back up. Inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, downward facing dog with your hips up towards the sky. Side out for a moment. Wiggle your feet from side to side. Notice a slight difference in your body. Tuck your navel in and tailbone up. Imagine there's a hook on your tailbone, really pulling you up towards the sky. And then in 6 inches increments, step towards the top of your mat. So slow and cherishing every moment. Right? Like you're enjoying this walk towards the top of your mat. Forward fold once you arrive at the top of your mat. Maybe your hands on 2 blocks or on a block. Still a nice slight bend in your knees. Plant your feet firmly. Bring your feet hip width distance apart. And folding forward. Feel the beautiful bends and fold in your hip. Relax your face. Close your eyes or find soft gaze for a moment. And not rushing through this pose specifically, because how important is it to feel comfortable to bend forward in life, right? Picking up your grandchildren, doing some work in the garden, in the backyard, or anything that requires to bend forward. And breathe and really enjoy this moment. Maybe your hands on the ground, maybe your hands on your ankles. Some people like to grab their hands behind their legs. But if you decide to go further, and anytime you like to go a little further, reach up a little higher, stay a little longer, I really want you to become clear about why. Because so often we don't really understand why. And we run an autopilot. Then from here, with your next inhale, long spine, glance up, hands low. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach your torso up towards the sky and reach your arms up towards the sky. Look up. Exhale, forward fold. Airplane wings bring you back down to the ground. Inhale, long spine, glance up, hands low. Exhale, step back into plank pose. And from plank pose, bend your elbows low all the way down into your belly. Untuck the toes with the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, forward cobra, lift your torso slightly up. Exhale, chin into the ground. Let's try one more time. Inhale, forward cobra, lift your chest. Relax your buttocks, relax your legs. Exhale, chin into the ground. Inhale, come up for cobra. Slight bend in your elbows, roll the shoulders back and down. Relax your buttocks. Exhale, chin into the ground. Press into plank or skip the plank. Come onto your knees and I meet you in downward facing dog. Woo. All right, pick up the pace a little bit here. Let's make it a flow. Anytime if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel confused about my instructions, just come into child's pose or watch me for a moment and come back to your breath and your practice whenever it feels good. Breathe in and slope your tailbone up towards the sky. Exhale, hop or step towards the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, long spine, glance up. Exhale, forward fold. Glance down. Inhale, reach up, lift up towards the sky, hands and arms and torso. Exhale, forward fold towards the ground. Inhale, glance up. Exhale, hop or step back into plank pose. From plank, bend your elbows, chaturanga, all the way onto the ground. Inhale, full cobra, lift your torso and open your heart. Exhale, chin into the ground, tuck the toes, same exhale, plank, skip or downward facing dog right away. Meet you all in downward facing dog. And we can begin to build our flow here. Breathe on your own rhythm, on your own pace. Or see if you want to breathe with me to, stimulate, activate the cardio effect a little bit. One movement, one breath, let the breath initiate the movement. Inhale, tailbone up towards the sky, let your head dangle free. Exhale, hop or step, top of your mat. Inhale, glance up, hands low. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up towards the sky, lift up, maybe slight back bend if that feels good. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, long spine, glance up. Exhale, hop or step back, plank pose. Low all the way down. Tuck the toes. Inhale, press into your hands, lift up full cobra, straighten your arms. Exhale, chin into the ground, tuck the toes, plank pose, downward facing dog. Ooh, nice. And let's add some extra movements here, extending our flow a little bit. On your own breath or with me, inhale, tailbone up. Exhale, hop or step towards the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, glance up, hands low. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees up to 90 degree chair pose. Reach your arms up and behind your ears. Reach. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, glance up. Exhale, forward fold. Hop or step back, plank pose. You decide, knees, chest, chin, or bend your elbows and lower all the way down onto the ground. Inhale, full cobra here. Expand your heart. Exhale, chin into the ground. Plank pose. I meet you in downward facing dog. Catch your breath for a moment. With your right hand, grab your left knee, maybe your calf, or maybe even your ankle. Slide in gentle and slide in with respect. Ask your body, how far can I go today? How do you feel, body? Maybe looking underneath your left armpit and beautiful spinal twist. And a lot of strength in your left arm. Breathe. And this is a pose where you will definitely feel progress over the weeks. Throughout the practices, it will become better and better and better. You can go further and further. Even though it's not really the goal, right? But it's interesting to see the progress for sure. The next inhale, bring your right hand back into the ground, switching the side. Left hand grabs the right knee, backside of the knee or calf, or anything you can grab there. I bring my left hand onto my right ankle. Yeah, why? Why do I do that? Why do I want to come all the way down? Why do I want to go further into my stretch? Ego driven or Is it an autopilot? Is it really to reach my sweet spot today? Your sweet spot is somewhere between being really challenged and just enjoying the stretch, the movement, the awakening of a spot in your body. With your next inhale, bring your left hand back into the ground, down dog. Lift your tailbone up as you inhale. Exhale, hopper step back, top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, glance up, hands low. Exhale, forward like a bubble towards the surface. Reach up towards the sky, hands and torso up. Exhale, right hand on the outside of your right leg. Reach and draw your left arm over your head towards the right. Exhale, inhale, hands back to center and up. Exhale, left hand on the outside of your left leg. Reach your right arm towards the left. Inhale, back to center, reach up, lift up high. Exhale, forward fold, airplane wings, bring you back down. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. And since we're here, shift your weight onto your right foot. Lift your left leg off the ground and towards the sky as you inhale. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, forward fold, hopper step back, plank pose, lower all the way down, controlled. Inhale for cobra. Gentle here, it has been a while. Exhale, chin into the ground. And from here, reach your arms left and right, some lower back or the whole back strength here. Lift your chest and your head and your arms and your legs off the ground if it feels good to you, right? Play around here, flirt with the height, relax your face and your teeth, and soften your gaze. Keep coming back to your breath. You can reach your arms forward if you like to. Breathe for full Superman. Inhale, lift a little higher if you want to challenge. Exhale, hands into cobra position underneath your shoulders. Bend your elbows. Inhale, come up for cobra. And let's stay here for about 5 breaths. Relax here. Relax. Buttocks. Your shoulders. Remove the wrinkles in your neck. That might mean that you're gazing slightly down. Bring the elbows really close to the ribs. Spread your fingers wide, plant your palms so firmly to the ground. And then as you bend your elbows a little more here, you can bring the curve into the mid and upper back, which is really hard to reach. Let your belly sink towards the ground. One big inhale, look up. Exhale, chin into the ground, tuck the toes, plank pose, and downward facing dog. Whoo, nice. Nice little warm-up sequence here. In your down dog, shift your weight onto your right hand. Bring the top of your left hand onto your lower back. Nice little shoulder stretch after all those planks. And then crawl your hand as much up as it feels good. But shift your weight here on your left and right foot evenly, right? Strong right arm, relaxed neck, relaxed face, and soft, deep breath. And breathe into that area that you feel it the most. Breathing in nourishment. Sending it into that area as exhale. Inhale, bring your left hand back into the ground. Switching the side, bring the top of your right hand onto your lower back. Bending your right elbow. Fully relax your neck. Let your head dangle free. See how far you want to come, right? And if this is way too much for you, please come out of the pose. Bring your knees into the ground, take a child's pose, or do any other pose that you feel like you want to do. Anyone who's here in that shoulder stretch, see how high you want to bring your hand. Breathing into that shoulder. One big inhale. And exhale, bring your right hand back into the ground. From here, bring your weight onto your left foot. Reach and lift your right leg up towards the sky. Three-legged dog. You can bend your right knee and let your right hip open up wide. You can even draw some circles here with your hips for a moment. It feels good. Spread your fingers wide. Inhale, open up wide. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Reach it up high. Inhale, right leg back up towards the sky. Exhale, right knee towards the middle of your chest, forward towards your face. Inhale, right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, right knee onto your right upper arm. Breathe. Stay here for a moment. Breathe with me. Practicing staying calm in those really challenging moments. Breathe. Inhale, right leg back up towards the sky. Open up wide. Exhale, right foot in between your hands. Low lunge. And then from here, bring your right hand on the inside of your right foot and come onto your forearms if it feels okay, You can always bring your left knee into the ground now. If you want to challenge a little, keep it up. You can always stay on your blocks here. You can always stay on your hands. Find your own, spot in your own sweet spot here. Let this be your own creation. Let your head relax and soften your neck. Really strong legs here. Breathing in. I'm breathing in with my breath. Breathing out and I'm with my breath. Next big inhale, come onto your hands. If you aren't yet, bring your right hand back on the outside of your right foot. Spin your back heel down. And then inhale, come up for warrior two, hero's pose. So reach your torso up towards the sky, right arm draws forward, left arm draws back. A nice bend in your right leg. And sink a little deep here into your right leg. Tailbone sinks up and down. Feel your back pinky really in the ground, right? Plant it firmly. Relax your shoulders. With every exhale, maybe you like to soften and dive a little bit further forward. Your front heel is aligned with your back arch. You can check it out for a moment. Your gaze, your focus could be on your right hand. And then reach and draw your right arm forward. Flip your right palm. And then bring your left hand onto your left leg and flip in reverse forward your right arm above your head. Bend back. Breathe here for a moment. A lot of strength in your right thigh. A nice back bend. And then really reaching towards eternity. Not too much pressure in your left hand and leg. Next big inhale, come back to hero's pose. Exhale it out. Then come onto your left toes and look forward, basically like warrior one, but coming into high lunge here. So parallel your hips, looking forward, come onto your left toes. Still nice bend in your right leg. Breathe and reach your arms up towards the sky. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, bend slightly back and draw your arms back and open up your chest. Bring your arms behind you. Exhale, come down and bring your arms and your forearms or your hands on the inside of your right foot. Bend deeply into your right leg. Inhale, come back up into high lunge. Reach up, lift high. Exhale, hands into the ground. Step your right foot back into plank pose. Lower all the way down, bending your elbows. Inhale for cobra and tuck the toes. Exhale, chin into the ground. Plank pose, downward facing dog. Whew. Nice. And trying out the other side. Press into your right foot, lift your left leg off the ground, 3-legged dog. Open up your hip wide. That should feel really nice. Unless, right, you're not doing it because you're protecting something. You know your body best. Listening to those sensations, you can draw some circles with your left hip. And then big inhale here. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Draw it over. Inhale, left leg back up towards the sky. Exhale, left knee into your face, forward, towards your nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog back up. Exhale, left knee onto your left upper arm or close to your elbow. And then breathe and stay with me here for a moment. Hi, this is why you came here. You wanted to feel something, feel it. And breathe through. Inhale, nourishment. Exhale, let go of anything that doesn't serve you and blocks you. Inhale, left leg back up towards the sky. Exhale, left foot in between your hands, low lunge, coming really deep into our left hip. Bring your left hand on the inside of your left foot. Stay here on your hands. Maybe come onto your right knee if you want to. It's overwhelming. It was just not feeling good. Or maybe you want to come onto your forearms. Again, whether your right knee is lifted and you're staying up there, or whether your right knee is on the ground, don't judge it, right? Step off the yo-yo of, wow, I'm staying up here. I'm so good. Or, oh man, I'm a loser. I have to put my right knee down. I wish I could keep it up. Right? You better got a really good reason to stay up here. Really challenge yourself. Better reason than the autopilot program. Better reason than staying in your ego. Really practicing humility is so important. And then from you, come onto your hands as you inhale if you aren't there yet. Bring your left hand on the outside of your left foot, center your left foot a little bit, spin your back heel down. And then with a big inhale, press into your legs. Inhale, cartwheel your arms up and open for warrior two. Whew. A nice external rotation in your front thigh. That internal rotation on your back thigh. Right, your left knee ideally right above your left foot and ankle. Can you relax your shoulders? Can you relax your face? Can you relax your brain around the experience you're having? Find a steady point, maybe left fingers. Tailbone goes forward and up. And the tailbone really is like a bucket of water. If you're moving it too much forward, the water will come up out. If you move it too far back, the water will spill out, right? Keep it centered, keep it in the middle. Breathe. Reach and draw your left arm forward, flip your left palm, and then reverse your warrior left arm above your head, right hand on slightly onto your right leg for leverage, and then open out wide. And feel those tiny little, tissue muscles popping and really stretching here. While you still sink really deep into your left leg. And then breathe. Open up the whole left side of your body. Not collapsing in the chest. Really opening up wide, looking towards the left hand and looking up towards the sky. One big inhale, exhale. Coming back to warrior two. Breathe. And from warrior two, come back to center, come onto your left toes, center forward, crescent lunge. Breathe. Press back with your right heel. Inhale, bring your arms behind you, open your chest out wide, slight back bend here. Exhale, bring your forearms on the inside of your left leg and foot. Inhale, come back up into crescent lunge. Exhale, hands into the ground. Step your left foot back. Plank pose. Stay with me in plank for a moment. Breathe. Firmly pressing into your hands. Come with me or stay here. Take a break. Inhale, press the ground away. Exhale, chin into the ground, but not the nipples. Exhale, come back to breathe. One more here. Inhale, chin into the ground. Exhale, come back to plank. Breathe and inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, chin into the ground. Lower all the way down. Cobra here. Exhale, sit back into child's pose for a moment. Taking a little break here, you can swing your hips from side to side. Catching your breath. Check the time. You can also grab some water now. It's a good moment. And crawl your hands towards the left. Arms towards the left. A little stretch towards the left side here. You can keep your head into the ground. Soften with every exhale. And becoming really clear of your intentions today for this practice, right? If you haven't done that yet, and probably in the beginning of why did you even show up here today? What's your intention? Rolling back towards center and then over towards the right. Take your time, there's no rush here. Take your time. And you're pumping fresh Go out into all those areas of the body that so easily atrophy through sitting all day or standing all day, being in the same positions all day long, for the whole long day of work, and awakening those muscles and awakening those areas in your body so it can vibrate again, alive and again, and then crawl back to center. And then come onto all fours here. Tuck your toes. Down dog for a moment. Breathing in. Breathing out. Bring a nice curve, a nice arch in your spine. Upper step towards the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, long spine, glance up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up towards the sky, reach up, open out wide. Exhale, hands on the sides and arms on the sides of your body, mountain pose. And breathe. The palms facing forward. Shift your weight onto your right foot and then lift your left leg off the ground. Wrap it up and around your right leg. Eagle pose. See if you want to stay here, bring your hands into prayer. Or maybe you want to bring your left arm underneath your right and wrap it around here and then let your palms touch. Maybe you want to bring the thumbs right in front of the midpoint in between your eyebrows. And you can stay up here. You can sink as deep as you want to. Again, your own sweet spot. This is your personal practice.
So long as we think of it in terms
your body's mood today, your state of mind.
Myself can bring about.
Always being gentle.
By some kind of wangle, by some
Nothing good comes from aggressiveness. Forcing.
Because you see, that leads to endless games of spiritual one-upmanship.
Breathe. One more inhale.
And of
exhale. Let go. Unravel your legs. Reach your arms up towards the sky.
My yoga's
exhale, mountain pose. One more time.
I'm more aware of myself than you are.
Switching aside. Shift your weight onto your left leg. Wrap your right leg up and around your left. And if this is too challenging, then bring your right foot right on the outside of your left ankle, on the ground.
All that can just fall away.
Right? Otherwise, you can stay here, bring the prayer in front of the heart, work on your balance, your mobility. Or like to bring your right arm underneath your left, wrap it around, find your eagle pose here, maybe with the thumbs touching the midpoint in between your eyebrows. Draw your left hip forward, your right hip back. Activate your core, tuck your navel in, and almost find that little back bend here, and lift the chest and the heart up. Breathe.
And you are creating it.
Inhale.
At every moment.
Exhale, let go. Bring your right foot back into the ground. Arms up towards the sky. Reach up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, long spine. Glance up like a wave. Exhale, hop or step back. Plank pose. Stay with me here for a moment.
See, if the universe began in the past,
breathe.
When that happened, it was now. See? Well, it's still now.
Anytime, bring your knees into the ground.
It's beginning now, and it's trailing off like the wake of a ship from now.
Inhale, pressing the ground away. It's almost like a cat, round upper back. And then exhale, lower all the way down. I'll tuck the toes. Inhale for cobra, gentle.
You never find it there. Things are not explained
Exhale,
by the
chin
past.
into the
They're
ground.
explained by what happens now.
And then here, spreading your arms one more time, left and right, lift the torso. Relax. Maybe you want to bend your knees now and grab the backside, your ankles with your hands. See if you want to lift your legs a little bit, drawing the ankles together, and just breathe through here, right? Stay with your breath. It doesn't matter how you lift. It doesn't matter how long you stay here. What matters is your breath still flowing deep and free. Relax your neck. Breathe here. You might roll a little bit back and forward as you in and exhale. Lift your chest one more moment. Exhale, let go. Hands into the ground.
Because otherwise, you can always look over
Press
your
up.
shoulder and say,
Come to all
well,
fours,
I'm the way
actually.
I am because my mother dropped me. And she dropped me because she was neurotic, because
And then
her mother
sit
dropped
back.
her.
Bring your feet a little
Back to
wider than
Adam
your
and
hips.
Eve, or
Maybe sit in
to a
between your feet if
disappearing
that feels
monkey or
okay. Or
something.
bring a block
We never get at it.
underneath your sit bones. Stay here with your hands, your palms on your thighs. Close your eyes for a moment. And just simply feel into what you just created throughout the last 55 minutes here. If you want to come a little further, you can bring your hands behind you. Being really careful here with your, just thoughtful with your knees, pumping a lot of juice into our knees, into our ankles, feet. Maybe your forearms come behind you on the ground. See how far you want to go and see what's your why. Why do I want to come further? You can let your head, you can throw your head gently back behind you if you like to. Having this little moment here with yourself and with your breath. Just for yourself. And maybe a few of you like to come all the way onto their back. You can cactus your arms if you're all the way onto your back, or spread them like airplane wings left and right, or even above your head. So many variations. Get creative. Let your belly move up and down wherever you are. And bring your focus towards your breath and that space in between your nostrils and your upper lip. And if you're very mindful and so aware, then maybe you can notice the breath touching your upper lip. Slowly from here, no rush. If you're on your back, come back onto your hands or forearms, then your hands. Meeting everybody else, sitting up here with a nice long spine. Inhale your arms up towards the sky, reach up high. Exhale, bring your hands into the ground. And then cross your ankles behind you. Sit back onto your sit bones. And then from here, stretch your left leg out in front of you. Bend your right knee into your chest. Find a nice long spine. And then place your right foot just right there on the inside of your left thigh. Sole of your foot touching your inner left thigh. Or if you want to, come a little further with me and see if you can bring your right foot a few inches above your left knee. You can stay here and just, explore and see what it feels in your body. Or if you want to come a little further, you can now begin to bring your left foot underneath your right knee, somewhere there. And this is a very deep stretch. It took me a long time to feel somewhat okay in this position. And you'll notice you'll have those poses where you're really triggered. So your right foot might be somewhere on top of your left knee, your left foot right, somewhere right underneath your right knee. And if your right knee's lifted up a little bit, don't worry. Right? Perfectly fine. Maybe you want to reach up your arms towards the sky as you breathe in. Exhale, forward fold, hands into the ground, and see how far you want to come. Breathe in all the nourishment. Breathe out all those expectations you have about yourself and the world around you. And turning those expectations rather into some goals and growth. Maybe softening with every exhale a little bit more. You feel like you can go a little further. Your body lets you in and lets you go a little bit deeper. Then, you can inhale and slightly lift your gaze, crawl your hands a little further forward, and then find your new location and settle in your new location, found location. And really see if you can draw your torso above, and further out than your legs here. Rather than, rounding your spine, find the length for traction, for even nicer stretch here in your right hip. Inhale for length, exhale, melt a little further down. And then slowly come onto your hands back up. Simply switching the sides. So right leg out in front of you. Left foot somewhere on the inside of your right foot. And you can also just stay here, by the way. You can just simply stay here, reach your arms up towards the sky, and lean over your right leg, right? If you want to come a little further, maybe bring your left foot right somewhere above your right knee, a few inches. And then bend your right knee and bring your left foot underneath your left knee. Your right foot underneath your left knee. You know what I mean? And this side might feel completely different because we're human and we're not perfect. So if your left knee sticks out, also again, don't worry. It's not about perfection here. Simply reach your arms up towards the sky. Find length and reach so high, drawing the energy up and slowly down. Hands into the ground, melt forward. Find your blocks or find your spot. And then it's really about sinking in, settling in, and softening your brain literally around the experience and the sensation that you're feeling. Start fidgeting and just, if you found that sweet spot, remember to breathe in the nourishment and the light and the joy of the sensation, and exhale, breathe it into the area that you feel it the most. slowly, slowly, slowly make your way back up. In your hands. Bring your legs out in front of you. Remove maybe the flesh underneath your sit bones for a moment. Bring your arms forward and then slowly roll back onto your back all the way down. Reach your legs for a moment up towards the sky. Straighten them out, make them out towards the sky. Lift your arms a few inches off the ground, framing your hips, your palms facing up, and then let your right leg drop. Lift your torso, lift your head off the ground, and then let your right leg drop down. Keep it up a few inches above the ground, just the same height as your hands are. And then look and gaze towards your navel and see if you can draw your face closer towards your left leg. And even if you just imagine it, just try and breathe. Activate your core. Inhale and exhale. Switch legs, right up, left down. Look towards your navel. Keep the focus. Breathe and see if you can draw your nose closer towards your right leg. Now, are you ready? Drop your right leg as well and breathe here. Strong core, strong back. Breathe, keep it up. And then bring your arms above your head if you'd like to for an extra challenge. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up for a moment. Breathe. Inhale, reach both legs and arms up towards the sky. And then see if you can, reach your hands so high that they come to pass. And lift higher than your feet here. And even if you just imagine, it's not really happening, but you just imagine to reach a little higher. Breathe, activate your core. One more inhale, reach up high. Exhale, knees into the chest. Oh, hug it in. Let your left leg drop out in front of you. Bend and hug your right knee into your chest. Reach your right arm out towards the right. Grab your right leg, knee with your left hand and let your right leg drop across towards the left, looking towards the right. I think this is your real, we had a few spinal twists in the beginning in down dog, but this is a really nice deep spinal twist. See if you can touch your right knee all the way towards the ground, right? And keeping your shoulders as best as you can into the ground. Breathe here for one more moment. The clock saves you, for sure. Breathe. Come back to center. Hug your right knee in so tightly. Switching the legs. Right knee to the chest. Bend it. Right leg out in front of you. Left arm wing towards the left. And then with your right hand, grab your left knee and cross your left knee over towards the right. And then let your left knee drop towards the right. And see if you can really let your left knee also here touch the ground. Even if that means that you have to lift up your left shoulder a little bit. And then work your way from here. With every exhale, maybe you can let your left shoulder drop a little closer towards the ground and really notice here any muscles you might hold. For example, your right thigh, relax your right thigh, your buttocks. Any muscles on your right arm. Let everything just relax. Inhale, exhale, soften. your next inhale, come back to center, hug your left knee in, hug both your knees into your chest, and give yourself this ultra massive, huge, 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 huge hug. You know, thank you myself for showing up. Thank yourself. Thank your breath for guiding you through this practice, your heart beating along the way, and then squeeze everything in, even your face muscles, any muscles you feel like you haven't touched, squeeze it all in on a big inhale, and exhale, Shavasana, final resting pose. Let everything go and spread your legs and arms left and right. Take up all the space you need. There's really no need to make yourself small here. Close your eyes. Maybe you haven't yet. For a really, really quick meditation. 1 minute here of letting everything that just got created, synthesize and settle in, and just feel the fruit of your work. Feel a soft body, soft joints and muscles, and a sweet state of mind. Feeling of wholeness and connectedness, nourishment, positivity, peace, ease, contentment, and freedom, and let that run through your body. And then as the mind and the body is so polished and the heart is so relaxed, your decision here for today, you can either do a little moment of gratitude practice, thanking for those millions of reasons you can be thankful for, or a practice of compassion and thinking about someone who needs that radiant energy that you've just created, love and light. Send it to that person, to that being who might be suffering. Imagine yourself giving someone on the street a huge hug. And the light in me sees the light in you. Namaste, and thank you for joining this practice today. I hope you enjoyed it. And I wish you a wonderful rest of your week. Drink a lot of water tonight, and I hope you sleep so tight and so relaxed and like the biggest baby.